Right, so we have the leg clamped in the vise. Okay. I'm just going to show you some vices. Okay. Some clamps. So I have a few different ones. I've got these bigger ones here as well that I was using the other day. So these two are very similar, but they're identical almost, just different companies. Obviously this is longer, but they both work by a screw, and they've got little teeth on the side here. So that's where it catches. See like this. So you can't just move it easily. So they're quite easy to work with. Quite nice to use. These are very good, especially for big stuff. So they just have holes. You could drill more holes if you wanted. You wouldn't want to do too many, but that will just go in there. It'll lock up against there, and then you have a turning wheel which will push this in, and then it clamps that area here. So these are very good. Good strong pin as well, you know. Nice bit of wire just to hold it, stop it going missing. So I like these, but I don't use them so often because I don't do so many big projects just now. But when you need them, they're super handy. They have a nice big pad on them as well. And you can make that bigger if you like. So they're very good. For this job, they're a little bit overkill, so not really required. Same clamp as before, just a wider jaw. I use this quite a lot actually. I'll use this on the car as well. Quite handy for doing brakes, you know, for pushing brake pads in. Not brake pads, but the cylinder. Not all cars, but some cars. So this is the one I'm using here. It's kind of similar to this. Just a little push button here on the sides. So, and then when you let go of the button, it catches. So they're quite quick on and off clamps. There are lots and lots of these. I've also got some squeezy ones, but they're not really ideal for this. They're more for smaller things. So yeah, lots of different clamps you can use. I would always put the length of the clamp down the way so it's not impeding what you're doing, you know. So so we have it marked. We have our mortise bit for cutting out the mortise. We have a chisel. Somewhere there's a hammer. Yep. We have a hammer. Also, put a bit of tape on there, and that's so that I don't go past that depth. It's about a centimetre, 10 millimetres. So for now, I'm going to check to see if that's deep enough that I think it will hold the wood together to keep the strength in it. If I feel it's not deep enough, I'll go down a little bit more. But I don't think it will be any less than that. So yeah, so we'll do that just now. Yeah. Also, I've got this bit's just a little bit shy of the sides. I've already checked it on another piece of wood, so it's probably, if you're going to do this for the first time, I would definitely check it on another piece of wood before you actually do it on what you're doing. So yeah. So just go down slow to start with. Just check you're in between the lines. Yeah? And if you're not, like me, you're just pushing over a wee bit. So that's it. Pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good. Now, the other reason for the tape is that if you do them all the same, the width is going to be the same when you go to put everything together, so there's no need for any adjustment. If you did go down too much, then one side would be more wide than the other. You could still make the adjustment later by chopping a little bit off, but it's more complicated. So this is quite easy. If you do it this way, it's quite easy. So just you don't have to go all the way down. You can just go next to the hole, okay? But not right next to it, just. pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it falls in between the lines, because that's ultimately where your join is going to go. So right, just time to clean that joint out now. So, trouble with this is you're only going to get a round circle, so you need to make a square edge, and the only way to do that really is with a chisel. So unless you have, I've got a couple of other tools that you can do that with as well. So when you're doing this, don't go down too hard. Just take your time and work your way around. So, after you work your way around, you can start to slowly chip it out. And this is probably the bit that will take the longest, but this is well worth getting right, because the better you do this part, you're going to get a nice tight fit, you know. So it's the gluing process will work very well then. So and you'll get the core strength of the thing will be very good. So like I said at the start, I'm not going to be using any screws or nails for this. It's just going to be glued, and this is, if I get this bit correct, then the glue will do its job, you know. If it's too big, if the joint's too tight, it will tend to wiggle, and you don't really want that. So we'll just trim the excess out. Flatten up a wee bit more. Still moving. What we'll do, we'll put another clamp on. That's why I've got this one here. So just double security. These ones, the benefit with these clamps, this one I'm putting on, is you can wind it up really tight. These ones are really just for holding. These ones are proper strong. So, but I do like to use these ones. But just with the hammer, I think the chisel is just moving the roll a little bit. Just working along the line, and just push it out. This isn't a really sharp chisel, but it's sharp enough. So you can see the damage it's done so far, you know, without really doing anything. Just tapping the hammer. So I don't have the sharpest chisels in the world, you know. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not bad at sharpening chisels, but the guys that know how to do that, they've got all the materials for that. I just use a stone and some sandpaper or emery paper. Just take that little edge out. Right. So we're almost there. Just give it a little check. Okay. So there you go. So that's pretty good, you know. So that's just tiny a little bit wider than the hole, but that's okay. As I go down, that'll be nice. So yep. That's not too bad. Okay. Sitting there quite good. Okay. Right. We've got a little bit more to go, and we'll do the rest of them, and we'll show you what happens next. Okay. Right.